Hello, my dear friends. I am Jyotirvid Pavan Kumar. Friends, we all hear that we should be spiritual. We should follow the path of spirituality. But if you ask this question, what is spirituality? What is meant by being spiritual? If you ask this question to 10 different people, you are bound to get different answers. And if you search on internet, you may get lengthy answers which don't clarify anything. So what is spirituality? It is so simple to understand it. Spirituality means being aware all the time of the fact that you are not only this physical body, but enclosed in this physical body are two subtle bodies, astral body and causal body. Those are subtle bodies. And all these three bodies, physical, astral and causal, they are connected with your overself or soul, which exists in a very high dimension. This awareness, it means being aware of spirituality. This is spirituality. Then there are various methods, practices through yoga in order to develop spiritually. But first of all, it should be clear what is meant by spirituality. So I hope you get the meaning that spirituality means being aware that you are not only this physical body. After death of this physical body, death only comes to this physical body. The remaining two subtle bodies will be there, always connected with the overself. And after death, when you enter into the higher dimension, fourth dimension, astral dimension, then your astral body becomes your solid body, because it is made up of the elements of that plane of existence. Physical body is made up of the 5 elements of this material world. So it will remain here. All the elements will meet their own vast ocean of elements, and your astral body will take you to the astral plane, and it will be there as solid, rather much more solid than your physical body, much more efficient, much more capable. So life is eternal. You don't die, only your physical body dies. It is just like changing clothes. So this awareness means understanding spirituality. And then you have to follow various practices through yoga in order to make it happen in your life, so that you reach a point when all the time you don't have to remember it. It becomes you are living spiritually then. That is a different thing. You become a superhuman. So I hope now at least the definition of spirituality is clear. Now friends, being religious is a different thing. Being spiritual is a different thing. The religion in which you are born, you need to follow that, of course, because there is reason why you were born in a specific religion. All religions are good, right? And you never change your religion unless it is life and death situation. You have to. Otherwise, normally You follow the religion in which you are born. But don't be dogmatic. Exercise your rational mind. Don't hate people belonging to other religions. Right? No religion teaches terrorism. No religion teaches killing others, murdering others. Even Quran, which is most misunderstood. I will make a video on that. Quran doesn't say anywhere, doesn't talk about terrorism. It has been misinterpreted. That is a different thing. Right? So don't hate anyone. Respect the religion of others, and they will respect your religion. But friends, being spiritual is a different thing. It is a step above it. Because if you are spiritual, you cannot hate anyone. You cannot hate any other person, irrespective of caste, creed, color, or religion of that person. Because spirituality it empowers you to understand the whole world through the eyes of God. It is much, much greater. Right? Now, the trouble is that people think that when they will get time later in life, when they will have plenty of time, only then they will devote for developing spiritually. Only then they will think about meditating. But friends, then it is too late. Unless you make spirituality a part and parcel of your everyday existence, you are not going to develop. You are not going to benefit from this wonderful, wonderful thing called spirituality. It is our true essence. At the core of everything is our soul. And that is existing in a finer, very high dimension. And you need to develop spiritually to reach that stage, which is, in other words, nirvana or self-realization. Now the trouble is that we think spirituality is something separate and our day-to-day life is separate. No, that is false belief, and only that false belief is keeping us away from God, away from divinity, away from expressing ourselves. Our Vedas, what they say? Aham Brahmasmi. Vedas say you are the master of your destiny. It is true. Our scriptures are not wrong. They are telling the truth. But it is only that you will benefit only if you make spirituality a part and parcel of every moment of your existence. And it is nothing difficult. See, if you meet a religious person who is very, regular, they go to temple, they go there, worship every day, and if they are unable to go to temple, they feel very bad. It is nothing wrong in that. But you have to go to a temple, you have to spend time. But for spiritual development, you don't have to go anywhere, because your true self is residing within you, in your heart, at this point. And within your heart, prana, your over self, there is a path from here. This is called Kutastha, right? So in meditation, you can see wonders happening here. This is Vrindavan in actual sense. Vrindavan, where you see various scenery, wonders. Vrindavan, gardens, forests of all the wonderful happenings here. But that will be only when you make spirituality a part and parcel of your every moment of life. Then the day is not far away when you will realize, you will become what many people had to renounce the world, go into caves in the Himalaya. But you don't have to go anywhere, because our rishis, our sages, and our scriptures have given us the path. And the great Tibetan Lama, Lobsang Rampa, said very rightly, the right path is close at hand, yet humanity searches it afar. Going to pilgrimages and going to temples, various worship places, nothing wrong in that. If that gives you satisfaction, okay, fine. But the true temple is here. So you don't have to go anywhere. I have come across many authoritative officials, right? Chairmen, general managers. And in the morning, if you go to their place, you will be told that he or she is sitting in worship, doing puja. They spend hours before going to office. And one may think that that person is very highly spiritually evolved. But most of the time you are disappointed, because spiritually that person is almost zero, nothing. Only in religious sense, they are spending so much time in doing worship before going to office. They are putting a strange marks here, tika. But when they deal with people, they are no good. They are good for themselves, and that is why they are doing all this puja, worship, for themselves only, for their own good. That is not spirituality. Nothing wrong in that. I don't say that you don't do that, but then you bring that religious feelings of sensitivity towards the needs of others and do good to others. Then that is useful. Now friends, I give you a formula, easy formula, how to all the time during your day, how to keep your mind, part of your awareness on your spiritual existence. And that is going to help you even on material plane of existence, even in your day-to-day work, whether you are a student or working somewhere, you are going to benefit. In spite of letting your mind roam around in your past memories or being anxious about future, if you let your mind be anchored on one idea, when you wake up in the morning, Just think about one value of life, one idea. Like, for example, I tell you, patience. Patience is great quality in times of sorrow, suffering. When you pass through bad times, you need patience. Even in your education, your career, dealing with others, you require a lot of patience. So when you wake up in the morning, take one idea. Suppose for this day, when you wake up, you take patience. Patience is the key word which is going to be in your mind all throughout the day. So your mind will be anchored to certain idea whole day, wherever you go, whomsoever you meet. Keep that idea. Patience. Exercise patience while dealing with others, while waiting. Suppose you are in a queue, you go to a bank and there is a long queue. Don't try to jump, because you have selected patience for that day. Even help others, elderly people. So throughout the day and at the end of the day, before going to sleep, sit somewhere comfortably and just reflect. Did it work? Did you keep all day that idea at the back of your mind? You must have heard the story of Raja Janak. He was a great king. He used to have this thing. Throughout the day, he will keep a part of his mind on the divine. That is why he is remembered today. He achieved self-realization. So it is going to help you tremendously. It may seem simple, easy, just to listen to it. But if you follow it, then the next day you can take another thing. In place of patience, you can take inspiration. You can take motivation. You can take love. On that day, whomsoever you meet, spread your unconditional love. Forget about hatred. Forget about enmity. You don't give up these values. I don't say that just one day is enough. No. But for one day, any day, you have something on which your mind will remain anchored. So it will not roam around. Tolerance. There are so many things you can take. So I am giving you this formula. Follow it, and you will very fast develop spiritually, mind you. I hope you like this video. If you have any comments, you are most welcome. Thank you.